everyone. My name is Jeff, and yes, I have the power. I hope you're doing well today. A few days behind schedule on this one. This came out a few days ago, but we are gonna look at the new Masters of the Universe official trailer. So, a few months ago? I think it wasn't really that long ago. It was like the end of January. We watched the teaser trailer for the MOTU film, and I got pretty excited. I think it's looking really good. I'm obviously a Xennial, so I am a Masters of the Universe fanboy. I grew up with Masters of the Universe. I really actually like varying different, like I like a lot of different versions of Masters of the Universe. So I am not a purist to the classic cartoon. In fact, I think the classic cartoon does not hold up as well as you think it would hold up from your memories. The reality is that it's not that great. That said, the Mike Young Masters of the Universe series is pretty fantastic. That was from the early 2000s. That's actually great. And then I like Revelations as well. So anyway, I hope you guys are trying to be open about this. I think it looks pretty cool. I think they've got some great casting. That teaser trailer looked great, and I am definitely excited to see the official trailer. Should we watch the official trailer, or should we first look at the toys? Because that's the other part of this. They've released some toys. Why don't we watch the trailer first, and then we can talk about the toys that they have announced since we last spoke about MOTU. Yeah, let's pull up the actual trailer. Hold on one sec. Okay, I've got it up now. As a reminder, this film comes out on June 5th, and it is an Amazon movie, but it is going to theaters. So let's see what this trailer has in store for us. Captured with the other Masters?
I know most of you don't remember me.
Ram Man, Fisto,
But I know all of you.
Man at Arms, Tila, Cringer, my favorite. That's amazing.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Nice.
Everything changed since you left.
Wow.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world.
Evil man.
It's all my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall,
Oh, Trapjaw, so good.
that's your chance to stand tall.
Do it. Damn. Come on, that's sick, right?
The universe shall quake and must shudder.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
Who's that guy? Yes.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Nice. Okay, so that's the trailer. I don't know. I'm smiling. Like, I think that looks freaking cool, right? There's some really cool stuff in there. Like, I loved seeing all the various, the masters. I loved, getting a little bit more from Skeletor, having him actually, like, taunting He-Man, as it were. I think it looked good. Like, Trapjaw showing up with the freaking mechanical, like, having his hook come out like that. It was really, really sick. There's some really good beats in there. We got a little cringer, like, or Battle Cat, like, jumping on someone. That's all fun. I think a big part of it's going to be just sort of people seeing the classic characters reinterpreted, that that they know and love reinterpreted, seeing some of these cool vehicles, and like I saw the Sky Sled there, certainly, and I think I think some of the other vehicles were in there as well. It looked good. Everyone, there were like little heroic beats for a lot of the characters there, and then there were some deeper cut characters. Like, I'm a fan, but I'm not like, I don't know all of the deep lore. So I'm certainly sure that there are people in that trailer, and background people and little Easter eggs that I missed. Like when he said, like, whoever that guy is, pointing to one of the masters. I wasn't sure who that was, but that's okay. I am excited to find out. We can always go hunt around and look online and see what other people are talking about this trailer afterwards. But I would say overall from that trailer, I think this is looking like a pretty great movie. Like, a lot of fun. Cannot take itself too seriously considering the subject matter, but looks like definitely like a good time, and something I think probably warrants going to the theaters for me at least, I would say. So with that said, I'm all for this. Let's talk. Hey, cat. Cat. Hey, let's talk. There's a cat behind me. That's my own personal battle cat. Shadow cat. Hey, say hi to the people. I don't know. Anyway, Mattel did announce some of the toys that they're going to be making, and they are pretty cool. I don't think there was any like major spoilers or reveals from the toys, although I suppose we got to see there were some character posters that were released. There's these ones here. There's a Monica Baccarin as the sorceress, but there's some other really good character posters here. So these are like, really good promo shots of the of some of the masters and some of the villains, and I think they look fantastic. I don't know what you guys think, but they're great. So sorry. Aside from that, those were not, I guess, technically not toys. Although I think that that artwork is being used in some places on some of the products coming out, because this is Mattel. They're gonna have this is going to be a broad sweeping sort of like, here are the toys. So they've got the 5.5 inch sort of classic toys. There's going to be a movie 4-pack, which I think looks good. And which is Ram Man, He-Man, Skeletor, and was it Goatman in there? It'll be in the picture here. And then there are also obviously the individual characters, including, Tila and Spikor, and some of the other, there's a Ram Man and a Fisto, 5.5 inch. There's guys. There's a bunch of guys, and I think they look good. Like, He-Man looks good in this sort of mode. Hey all, editing Jeff here, and I just have a small addendum here. So I was really like scouring through the Mattel webpage now, and so okay, I think I get it. So the 5.5 inch Mattel Masters of the Universe film line of toys is designed to like match in with the Origins line of MOTU toys that have been coming out more recently. Two things to note that are weird. One, I misspoke. There was no Tila figure on that list. And this first wave, it's got a couple of vehicles. It's got the Fright Flyer, whatever it's called, this Sky Sled. But for the figures, interestingly, it has He-Man, it has Trapjaw, it has Spikor. But there's the 4-pack. And I think that 4-pack is the only way to get Skeletor and Goatman. Like the movie version of Skeletor and Goatman. That may be incorrect by the time the movie comes out, but for now, at least, as currently listed on the Mattel webpage, that's all there is. It is a little convoluted because, as you may imagine, there have been years and years and years of MOTU toys coming to market. So it does get a little confusing. I will say I'm a little disappointed that, I thought we'd move past this. Like, we can't have a Tila, we can't have a sorceress. There's no women in the first wave of toys. I don't know. Why do you put out the Sky Sled? You don't put out Battle Cat? What are you thinking? Okay, back to the video. But He-Man also just looks good in general. They unveiled the Pops. Of course, they were going to have Pops. I'm not really a massive fan of Pops. I think they're played out, but if you're into Pops, and I won't say, and that doesn't mean I don't have some, but I don't have a ton of them, thankfully. I'm not really a toy collector. I have dabbled in it, certainly. I was a Star Wars collector for a long time. In my youth, that is. I would like to start collecting toys again, but it's a question of money and time, and I got to go to the places where their toys are, and that's such a hassle. All right, let me see what else they released in terms of the toys. They're gonna do Barbies. Yeah, there's a Barbie set of He-Man and Tila, at least, individually sold, of course. Oh, and then Mattel has their own Lego knockoff. They're smaller size, nano bricks, sort of. They've got their own. They've got a couple of sets coming out. They've got a Grayskull set. They've got a Battle for Eternia set. They've got this Snake Mountain set. I don't know. They've got some good stuff coming out. Let's see. There's apparel, shirts, and there's a sword, of course. And then probably the greatest, not a toy of all, the greatest tie-in of all, Temptations for your own Battle Cat at home. It's cat treats. It's cat treats. But I find this super amusing, this artwork here. So anyway, there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out. You want He-Man Uno cards? They're coming out with them. Don't worry, people. Okay, so why don't you guys let me know? Are you excited about the upcoming movie? Are you interested in any of these toys and apparel and all of the surrounding stuff? Stop. Wait, I'm cutting in again from my editing future version for more because I can't stop myself. I'm on the MOTU Film 2026 X page, and I saw something else, and then that got me on another rabbit hole here. But while I'm collecting, here's some information about the upcoming sort of tie-in stuff, I didn't talk about the books, and I saw something here. Dark Horse is doing a comic, and this is the most exciting to me. There are a few other book things here, but really quickly, Dark Horse is doing a comic book on tie-in. Actually, it's a continuation of it. Hold on, let me just look. Here's the press release. There's the cover. That's the cover right there of the first one, and it's a 4-issue limited series. Dark Horse Comics and Mattel announced He-Man and the Master of the Universe: The Wings of Fate, a new comic series launching on June 10th after the film's global theatrical release. Now, it comes afterwards, but it sounds to me like it's going to be a prequel to the film, or take place in the middle of the film, because obviously we know in the film he gets taken away from Eternia, and then he comes back to Eternia, right? Adam does. So I think that this is after Skeletor has destroyed Eternia or whatever he does at the beginning that forces Adam to get sent away here. So it's called The Wings of Fate. Does it say who's writing it? Yes, it does. It says Tim Sheridan, Masters of the Universe Revolution, is writing it, and it's being illustrated by Will Sliney of Star Wars: The Rise of Kylo Ren. Okay. Anyway, let's just from the press release. This is what it says here about He-Man and the Master Universe: The Wings of Fate. In the aftermath of Skeletor's siege on Eternos, a down-and-out refugee gives sanctuary to a mysterious injured falcon. Now, to save her life, he must embark upon a perilous journey through the Mystic Mountains to seek the aid of the storied inhabitants of the realm of Avion. So I would guess that the falcon is the sorceress, and Avion is that where what's his face? That's where, with the what's his name? The gray guy with the beard, Stratos, and the wings. Yeah. Is that where Stratos' people are from? I think those are the Avion people, right? He-Man and the Master Universe: The Wings of Fate, issue 1 of 4 will be available in comic stores on June 10th. And yeah. And then that's it. So this is a direct tie-in, a 4-issue limited series, which I'm going to guess will sort of detail what happened to the sorceress after the events of the beginning of the movie and how she got to wherever she gets to, when we, I guess, presumably we'll re-encounter her later in the film as the older and grizzled, still beautiful, of course, Monica Baccarat. Anyway, also, Masters of the Universe, The Art of the Film hardcover, one of these big hardcover art books, is available for pre-order now. September 22nd, 2026 is when it looks like that comes out. So that those art books are always cool to page through, especially if it's a film that has like good looking stuff in it. And the nice thing about it is if you wait a little while, like wait a year, they're always on like crazy good sales, discounts. This one interests me. It looks like there's 3 other books that I ran across while I was on Amazon. I'm like, oh, there's other books here that are tie-ins to the film. There's this one, which looks like a YA sort of young reader. Maybe it's a young reader. I don't know if it's really YA. It's called Master of the Universe Film tie-in, Tila, Daughter of Eternos. Hardcover comes out June 2nd, 2026. From New York Times bestselling author McKenna Lee, comes the thrilling tale set in the world of the Master of the Universe live-action film with where Eternian warrior Tila must decide how much she's willing to sacrifice to save the people and home she loves. A fallen kingdom. 4 years after Skeletor has decimated the kingdom of Eternos, Tila. Why is it Eternos, not Eternia? I wonder. Is that canon? Is it really Eternia, or is it Eternos? Or is it really Eternos? That's odd. Anyway, Tila and the scattered refugees of Eternia. Oh, the kingdom of Eternos in the world of Eternia. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just didn't understand that. Tila and the scattered refugees of Eternia survive by never staying in one place for very long. When a brutal storm of acidic rain deep within the evergreen forest leaves their camp ravaged and hope is at its thinnest, some, like Tila's friend Locke, begin to plan for a future beyond Eternia. But Tila knows her father, Duncan, the once mighty man-at-arms, won't survive leaving the land he swore to protect. So maybe this is what leads Tila to come to, because she's obviously the one who's going to go and try and get him from Earth. So maybe this is what sort of leads her to that. There's a little bit more in here, but I'm not going to read it because this feels like we're getting into spoilery kind of territory. But interesting. Then there was also a storybook called Master of the Universe: The Power Within, and a young reader book, which is I Am He-Man, which I'm going to guess is one of those, every page is introducing the new characters. Maybe not. Maybe it's a level 3. It's a level 3 reader. So actually maybe it is more of a storybook, or the story of the film in early reader level 3 version. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm most excited about the comic book, but keep track of what's going on X and on some of these socials. I'll put links down to everything below, because there's new things happening with this project, this property, this film that's coming out all the time now, because, you know, we're getting into like the final stages before the release. So marketing is going to be kicking into like high gear everywhere. So, okay, that is all for me. Let's cut back to the original ending of this video. You know, what do you think about the new trailer? Who are you looking forward most to seeing? Either one of the Masters of the Universe, or, you know, or the villains. I think, you know, obviously Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms is great. I think Tila looks fantastic, and I'm super excited to see what they do with Trapjaw. He's like my favorite of the villains, probably. And it's interesting to see villains like Spikor and Goatman, who really, Goatman is a third stringer, so it's interesting to see him elevated here. But I am definitely interested to see what they do with some of these guys. Like how does Mechanic look in the film? How does he, you know, translate? Does that look just so silly, or is it okay? Does Ram Man actually ram? Does it look okay? Like, Fisto is one thing. Even though he's sort of a silly character, he's just a guy who punches stuff. Ramban is like a spring-loaded little battering ram dude. You know? We'll see how that translates. But I am definitely here for it. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.